Internets! Hello, you lovelies, and welcome to Venom The Last Dance comics you should read before the movie drops next week. It is 1 week until Venom 3, and I pulled up some comics that I think you'd enjoy if you're excited for the movie, and stuff to prepare you for some of the twists and turns that may come. A lot of the tone of these 3 Venom movies, well, at least the first 2 that I've seen, is so in line with the insanity of the Venom comics. So many people think of the character as one way, but especially in the beginning, he was so funny, so weird. The singing, the dancing, all the stuff that it looks like is going on is very much not a full-on musical like other comic movies, but all of that is so in line with Venom, and I want to highlight some of those comics as well as Knull himself and some books that I think inform the trilogy of movies. So this isn't my favorite Venom comic, some of them are. This isn't comics to read to get into Venom, another video I might make. Let me know if you want to see a favorite Venom comics or a best comics to understand Venom video. I do think that's a new series I'm going to launch. And those are 2 very different videos. My all-time favorite Spider-Man comics are very different than my comics that I think you should read to get into Spider-Man. If you guys want to see series like that with DC characters, Marvel characters, Image characters, Dark Horse characters, let me know. And Venom is one I definitely do want to do, but this is specific to the Venom trilogy and Venom The Last Dance. If you're new to this page, please subscribe. I do lots of comic book news and reviews, movie news and reviews, TV movie news and reviews, all sorts of stuff right there. So hit that subscription bell. Also, leave a like in this video and leave a comment below letting me know what you would like to see more of, especially in the world of comic characters. Let's kick it off. First up, a comic I think is a must-read. These are going to be in order of priority of what I think is essential before the movie. And we got to start off with Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman's King in Black. Now, this movie has Knull. This movie is the beginning of Knull. This movie, the director and co-writer said, is just the tip of the iceberg with Knull. So I do think maybe Spider-Man 4, but no matter what, more Knull is coming, so you need to understand the dude. So this is one of 2 trades I'm going to recommend that features Knull, and this is a giant event out of Marvel. This is huge. This features the Avengers and Spider-Man and Venom. This is a giant kind of introduction to Knull. He was introduced in another comic well beforehand. He's also got some stuff going on in the main Venom title, but if you want to read just one book, you'll understand Knull, who is from the Void, who is this god of symbiotes, who wields the Necro Sword. He's one of the most metal characters since Ernie on the cover of album covers. This dude is incredible. The art by Ryan Stegman is stunning. This is a huge scope. So I think it's a really fun gateway book between the Avengers, Spider-Man, Venom himself, all of this stuff. It's a really approachable book and gives you plenty of Knull to really understand. There's also a trade paperback that features everything of the King in Black. So that one is the King in Black trade, which is issues 1 through 6 of just that trade. This is the King in Black omnibus. This is bonus. This features everything from those Venom issues I was talking about. It's got all the crossover events, so anytime the King in Black story crossed over in Avengers or Spider-Man or whatever, that's all collected in this one giant omnibus. Highly recommend this as well, but it's a bit more of a journey. It's like hundreds and hundreds of pages. There's a lot of lore in here, but this is really fun if you want to be a completionist. That is the omnibus. My second recommendation also features Knull as the villain. This is my favorite Silver Surfer comic. Art by Tradd Moore, also written by Donny Cates. This is Silver Surfer Black. This is the comic that got me to understand Silver Surfer. Stan Lee always said his favorite character was Silver Surfer, and I never got him. I never felt him. This book is how I understood Knull is a key figure. This is more so you understand the world of the cosmic Knull side. This won't feature Spider-Man or whatnot. This is the outside. This is cosmic, but it's, I think, essential for Knull, and I think it's an absolute delight. So this is my second recommendation. Also because it's one of the best comics written in the last 20 years. This is one of the best books I've read. Silver Surfer Black is absolutely incredible. It's a great commentary on humanity from the eyes of someone looking down and observing humanity. It's a really powerful book. The art is stunning. The writing is brilliant. Absolute delight. All right, so those are my 2 Knull recommendations. First up, King in Black, absolutely. Bonus if you get the omnibus. Then Silver Surfer Black. My first priority for Venom is going to be the book that started it all, his first solo title, Venom Lethal Protector. This is the cover of the trade paperback for Venom. This is an incredible run that introduces the Life Foundation. It introduces the 5 other symbiotes that I think are going to come into play. It introduces certain guardsmen that I think are going to come into play in this Venom movie, the 3rd film. I feel like this is basically what they adapted tonally for the first film, and a lot of the characters that were introduced in this comic are going to come to play in the 3rd film that we haven't met yet. So highly, highly recommend Lethal Protector. It's also dealing with the offspring of Venom. It's really fun. Mark Bagley art. Mark Bagley does the first half. Ron Lim does the second. Mark Bagley's this cover. One of my favorite Spider-Man artists. Highly recommend that one. All right, so that's your number one pick for Venom himself is Lethal Protector, the trade. The next pick is going to be Venom the Hunger. Venom the Hunger is absolutely bananas. Venom the Hunger is... There is no trade that represent it well because the Venom the Hunger trade is a lot more than just that title, but look for the individual issues. Look for something called Venom the Hunger. I'm going to pull up just what the cover is of the giant omnibus collection, but basically it is dealing with the insanity of Venom. It's dealing with him fighting against the symbiote like an addiction, which I think is really interesting. So I think that the separation of Venom and his symbiote is something that might happen here. I'm curious how this thing ends, but that mental health awareness of the addiction elements, the homeless elements, the insanity of Eddie Brock, all of that feels like it's been kind of like festering under the surface for a really long time. So I do feel like that's an element they're going to play with here. It's a borderline horror comic. This is your cover. Venom the Hunger is mid-90s, so it's got a lot of the humor, but it's also got a ton of darkness like those edgier comics did back in the day. But I do think it's essential for the addiction element, the love lost and rekindled element, plus the horror elements of losing that and the madness of Eddie Brock. Speaking of the madness of Eddie Brock, my next recommendation is going to be the Planet of the Symbiotes, which I definitely think they started to adapt in Venom 1 and 2. This is dealing with symbiotes invading when they separate Venom and Eddie, and a shriek goes out calling the symbiotes home. I think that's going to happen in this movie. I think those xenophages are going to be kind of sisters to the dragons that Knull brings that are introduced in the King in Black storyline. But I think as far as symbiotes coming landing on this planet, it feels very Planet of the Symbiotes to me. Highly recommend this run. This is what the trade paperback looks like. It deals with everything it sounds like. It deals with a separation of Eddie and Venom. It deals with Scarlet Spider, one of my favorite characters, and Spider-Man teaming up with Venom to try to stop everything. It also deals with the relationship with symbiotes and their individual hosts and how that's different case by case, and I think that's going to tie into the xenophages, the symbiote dragons, Knull, and everything in kind of a remixed sort of way. And my last one is just a bonus. Those are the 5 I'd recommend. Planet of the Symbiotes, The Hunger, Lethal Protector, Silver Surfer Black, and King in Black, but as a bonus, just one of my favorite Venom stories. I love Venom Center Takes All. This is one of Venom's best solo outings. It doesn't have anything to do with Spider-Man. It deals with one of Spider-Man's villains. It deals with the ethics and morality of Venom. It deals with the comedy of Venom, but in a very, like, morally gray way, which I think the movies do absolutely. And they clearly liked it because this image comes from issue 3. The Bride of Venom is such a key part with the Michelle Williams storyline, the imagery from that first film with this. So they clearly like the Center Takes All storyline. I don't think it might relate directly, but I think the other ones will, and it's a fantastic comic, and it features the Bride of Venom. So definitely check out, in order, King in Black, Silver Surfer Black, Venom Lethal Protector, Venom the Hunger, and then bonuses would be Venom Planet of the Symbiotes, especially with the invasion stuff I think is going to happen in the 3rd act, and finally Venom Center Takes All for just a great Venom story. If you like this video, please leave a comment below. Let me know. Hopefully you get to check some of those out. They are on Marvel Unlimited. Those are all older than 2 years old. Even King in Black is like 4 or 5 years ago now, which is crazy. But a lot of those books are from the 90s. So they should all be on Marvel Unlimited, which is like $6. Get on Marvel Unlimited. A lot of people are like, how do I find comics? Where do I go? These books particularly you can find online on Marvel Unlimited. Highly recommend. Also your local library on Hoopla. A lot of those will be on your library card, which gets you free comics. Also, and most importantly, your local comic shop or on Amazon. All those trades are available on Amazon with the covers I showed you. So check out Comics Before Venom The Last Dance. Also, follow me for more recommendations and news about comics, as well as reviews of all the new stuff. And leave a like in this video and let me know if you want a Venom favorites, a Venom what to read to get into, what you want. Like, I'm going to definitely do it with Spider-Man, X-Men, and Deadpool, but what other characters would you want a favorite video or a what to read to get into video? Because I think it's going to be the new series I kick off. So thank you for watching all the way to the end. You're great. I appreciate you. I hope we both enjoy Venom The Last Dance. It is out next Friday. I'll be seeing it on Monday, going to the premiere in New York. So expect an out-of-the-theater review on Monday, no spoilers. A full non-spoiler review on Wednesday, like an actual I've thought about it, I've made a film full review. And then on Friday, full spoilers, because I think the ending is going to be huge. And then Saturday, Easter eggs and whatnot. So that is all coming to you on this page. If you subscribe, much love. I'll see you then.